Well, that sucks. Oh yeah, ain't that America? Home of the deer hits. Copyright music is not good for us. Yeah! Late last night I was coming home and then stupid crap happened. No, I don't think Bambi made it, but we don't tell the kids that, okay? I see him getting up, guys. She's getting up. She's good. She's alright. So, unfortunately, we're gonna play Driveway Body Guy today. My poor car, man. It just can't stop getting screwed up. I love extra damage. We love it. She'll be fine. So, I don't have the budget to replace this hood, and also it's unobtainium, it seems like, even though Escorts are plentiful. But finding a silver one, especially, I have had no luck out there. Not at wrecking yards, not anywhere, as of yet. So right now, I don't like the fact that she's got a stiff upper lip. She's kind of chomping on herself here. Doesn't really latch correctly now. Good. It's good. And at least all the plastic's all busted up and jacked up now. Will I even be able to get this damn thing open? I don't know. Thank you, Bambi. You know the weirdest part about it, too, was there was a car in front of me about a half mile, and I wasn't speeding either, but it happened on a blind corner on my favorite highway. You know, the one where everybody rides your butt, even when you're 5 over, allegedly. Plenty of people riding my ass still, you know. They didn't react, so as soon as they went around the corner, you know, I lost sight of them. And once I got around the corner, there she was, my little doe. My little doe and me. The doe is gone, but the damage remains. Will I even be able to get this thing open? After the post-deer modification, you gotta flex the whole face forward on the car. Pull her, really get into her teeth and give her a good pull. Make sure to break your brittle 90s plastic. Flex all the components out of the way. See, you want that lever above where it used to locate. That's the key, you know. This part right here, known as the header panel, is about $100, give or take. And, you know, I found a few on eBay, so I better buy them before they disappear forever. You know, we got to get people in on a new car. New cars are the way to go. Do not rebuild old cars. Throw them away. Consume more, everyone. You know, it's really not the worst thing in the world, considering this car already had a tree fall on top of it. You know, this hood was already banged up. The only thing that makes me sad is that it is the original hood, and someday, if I find another silver one, I'll probably just, you know, get rid of this, because I can't really fix it, and it just continues to get crappier. I guess the good thing is, we didn't hit Susie's boyfriend, you know. If I had slapped a buck, he'd probably come right through my window, and, you know, I can't find windshields for this car anymore either. It's like I got the last one or something. Some plastic surgery, some metal surgery, some Escort surgery. We'll give her a facelift is what I'm saying, you know. We're gonna make that close correctly, and then we're gonna blow our budget on a piece of ABS plastic. Considered it could have been worse, but it could have been better too, don't forget that. Always looking on the negative side. That way, when things are better, you're not as disappointed. In fact, you're brought up. See, if you have high hopes and you're cut down, then you're brought down, and that sucks. Hang up Body Works. $50 will make it better than it was. My buddy was telling me that I should have thrown that little venison in the, you know, car and taken it home and done the redneck thing and enjoyed me some good deer meat. But I ain't putting a carcass in my car. So no, I'm not putting it on the roof rack either. I guess it's too bad it didn't happen with this, because, you know, trucks are really the greatest machines in the world. You break something off, you throw it in the back of the truck. You have garbage, you throw it in the back of the truck. You hit a deer, you throw it in the back of the truck. Basically, throw it in the back of the truck. If the truck starts to fall apart, you throw it in the back of the truck. I am glad that it happened to the Escort and not to the truck, because I really didn't want to bend this hood. I mean, it's frosted and crappy, but it's straight. Probably would have destroyed that grill too, which it's already sun faded and messed up, but hey, my emblem's not cracked. Nice steel bumper would have been great, but I guarantee you that at that height, little Bambi would have went right into the grill and destroyed the plastic. So in a way, it's the right car for the job, because it already had damage on it. Whoever created, as some of you may know, and yes, I'm referring to Derek. Thanks, Derek. I always watch your stuff. A guy has a great channel. Anyway, so we're going to take these, and then we're going to take this delicious pizza box, and we'll just try to protect what's left, even though the paint is kind of folded now. I start to lose my mind. I just want you guys to know why it happened. It's like a documentation, a transformation of what happened to me. You know, I mean, I guess it happens to everybody. You know, deers happen. We can't do what the British think and put walls around every single highway and the millions of miles of highway in this country. Cannot believe that some idiot actually said that. So you just want to kind of, you know, just bend it. There's really no wrong way to do it, right? I mean, it's already screwed up, so I don't think we can make it worse. And you just want to take your time. Listen to the birds chirping. Take a look. Yeah, got a little bit of a tooth crease there, you know. So maybe if you're working on a piece of work that you actually want to, you know, do the right way, maybe you don't want to get the vice grips out, but I think we'll just continue this. It adds a lot of character to the car. It's a story. You can keep your frickin' story, you damn deer. I don't want your story on my car. I'm so sick of these stories on my car. I kind of just want my car to be my car again. Anybody else get tired of the positive people being like, well, that's just the way it is. It's a story. Me too. This is going to take a little while. You guys might as well just go inside and get some coffee. I got French roast on the pot, you know. Good stuff. Tell that guy's getting thirsty. You know, up at my dad's place, I have some proper body working tools, actually. But the highway up there is where this happened, so I don't feel like driving right now. Kinda just over it. We'll just see what we can do here with no body working tools instead. It's starting to do the crease thing everywhere, no matter what. I think I'll actually put some effort into this piece of crap and just pull the hood and take old Bangy McGee and take a nice piece of wood. Maybe use some dirt contouring, you know, a little bit of dirt on the backside, because dirt's a very good way to body sculpt, right? When you're removing 25-year-old ancient rubber, you want to make sure to have nothing but positive, rejuvenating thoughts, because this stuff is so old that once you break it, you're going to have a lot of fun trying to find it. So, you know, and then it's probably going to leak when you put it back on, but that's okay, because window washer fluid, you know, located over this oily area is actually a good thing. It's a self-cleaning feature that you've just created. You know, what you just did there was like a factory option. So instead of, you know, using window washer fluid, you could just add a little bit of Armor All, which I never use, or, you know, whatever, just something with a little bit of wax in it, or maybe some, you know, engine detailer. Make sure it says engine detail on it. You know, get Maguire out here. Put a little bit of that in there, and as these leak and drip down onto your engine, you could say that your car is self-detailing. You know, it's a good feature. Now, normally when you take a hood off, you have another person helping you, but, you know, I'll do it by myself. I got myself into this mess. I got to get myself out of it. It's really going to be fun putting it back on without someone. I was sure to use my broken ratchet, the one that always flips back to tighten no matter what you do, to make sure that I was properly stressed out for this next part. This hood doesn't weigh 10,000 pounds like my Oldsmobile's hood does. So I guess we got to look at the positive side. At least it wasn't the Olds. Light as can be. Light like a feather. You know, it kind of looks good like that. Maybe I'm looking at this all the wrong way. Maybe we should just leave it with the hood off. Kind of got that hot rod look. I think horsepower just went up, honestly. Well, there we have it. A Ford Escort hot rodded out. That's the best way to increase horsepower on a single cam engine like this. Now we're going to go do some yard body work. Those flowers are nice. You know, my girlfriend sure likes these. Now that is a sexy beast right there. It's the croissant edition. It's not delivery. Be back here in the backyard. That way the neighbors' kids can learn a few new swear words as we try to suggest this back into place. You know, going back to factory now. That's what we're going to try to do, right? There's really no wrong way to do it. Starting to work. Thanks, Grandpa's hammer. Grandpa's helping me out. That'll look good as new in no time. Yep, probably should have done that first. And it's a great day to screw up my car. Sun is shining, whatever. You know, with how perfectly straight that deer bent it, because even though there's a vice grip, you know, that's pretty damn straight. Maybe I'm going the wrong way with it. Maybe I should just, you know, just bend the whole thing that way, and then it's more like, you know, like it was meant to be that way, right? Sure. That's called damage modification. Now we're really getting sophisticated with it. You see, this is what all those hours of playing with pop cans as a kid, smashing them up and then trying to straighten them back out, this is what all that led up to. This right here. See, Dad, there were gears spinning. I was learning things in my own way. Probably should have done this first. Might have been able to protect from the back crease I put into it, but you know, whatever. The rest of the hood's a piece of crap. My standards were pretty low to start. It from the unfunctional damage to the it ain't pretty but it'll work damage level. This guy I'm working with my thumb. See, you want to make this as much of a human exercise as possible. It's kind of like a man and machine thing, you know? Putting a little bit of myself into the project. Oh, that's good. You know, I could get the heat gun out and try to bake the crap out of the paint and, you know, see if I can find some memory in this metal, but that way we for sure have a really trailer trash looking car. To make the car look even more trashy. Through a series of highly calculated, very aerodynamic calculations and controlled, you know, smacks, we will adequately do little to nothing to fix this. Not there. Right there. Yeah. Write that down. You see, the guy behind you, he's got the calculator out. He knows. He knows about the controlled calculated blows. At this point, I think we're chasing good after bad. Usually you use that term in money, but time is money, so. But I will say this. A good therapy for after your car gets messed up and you're pissed off about it is to picture the thing that caused the problem. You know, the deer, the person, the evil spirit, whatever. Just picture it right there and just hit it good, you know? Just hit it good. Yeah, just hit it good. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. Don't think twice, it's alright. You know, I really want a car that I don't care about. I know it's nothing special, but as I've said before, so many memories in this piece of crap. So I really didn't want it to turn into such a piece of shit. But, you know, life had other plans. So I think the solution in the end is to buy a new hood, right? Buy a new fender, maybe touch up the paint on the roof and get a dang king in there to maybe try to pull some of those dents out on the roof that the tree did. Polish the windshield, rain exit, and then invest in a nice storage space. Polish the whole damn car up and just put it away forever and then buy something I hate and beat the crap out of that. I'm thinking maybe a Toyota Prius or something from like 2012. You know, something where the battery is just about ready to crap out, so they have to let it go for almost nothing. Something super ugly like you know, what Brian was driving in Family Guy. Sure. About that generation of Prius. Get that ugly piece of crap and beat the living piss out of it. And don't even worry about it, you know. Of course, we got to be careful. If we hit the wrong spot in the car, we'll catch on fire and die. Because you know how those batteries are. Don't say that. No, I like the Prius. No. You know, the idea was okay, sure. You know, I think dual systems, that's kind of cool, kind of futuristic, sure. Still eats gas, so, you know, whatever. But why did it have to be so damn ugly? Like, ugly for the sake of being ugly. I mean, there's only one car I can think of that's even uglier. And yes, I said car, because that ain't no truck. It's more like a ute. Alright, so at some point in time, you're going to accept that your miserable failure will never be how it was when it came out of the factory. You'll hit a point where you can't possibly make it any better. In fact, all you can do is make it worse. And you'll, at this point, want to mount the hood back to the car. We're going to want to wash it. But before we even do that, maybe we should address the new frame structure changes. Now that looks like it'll work, or bend the truck's bumper, you know. One or the other will happen, but at least we're getting the truck involved now. We'll have that hood closing normally in no time. I have half a mind to go back to the scene and see if the deer's still there. Of course, I can't show that on YouTube or the video will get taken down. People can't know that deers get hit by cars. That's just not allowed. That's obscene. You can't show that. Government work. At least I can move that now. And on the next time, when I decide to replace the front header panel here, I'll probably spend a little more time, because right now I can't really grab where I need to, unfortunately. There's too much stuff in the way. Oh, where were we? Ah, yes. Polishing the turd. That's right. Well, you want to polish the turd. Obviously, it's in great condition. Make sure you get all the loose dirt off so they don't scratch the hood. Throw in the highest quality brand of car wash, preferably the cheapest as well. Make sure it's high quality and cheap. That's really important. Now this is pod racing. That's how you do a car wash easily, see? That way you don't get the rest of the car dirty, you know? Yeah, and then you just want to polish this turd. Kid yourself into thinking that, you know, there's value here. You know, I'm putting value right back into that paint job. Now, really get in there good. Get all those accidental, you know, rock chips from semi-trucks and whatever. Just get it all off your hood. You know, you can even break out the orbital buffer, you know, and really kid yourself into thinking the quality's there. Okay, well, clearly it wouldn't be a car video, you know, when you take the hood off of a vehicle, if you don't go and enjoy said hood off video. What the hell is this? Okay, I don't even know what that is. Great. Mysterious blue shit all over my, you know, vehicle here. Must be from my dashboard. I'm sure something else broke. But yeah, clearly, you know, a real car people channel, we gotta experience the hot rod enjoyment once in a while. Plus, how am I going to get my engine bay, which I just washed, you know, dry? You know, it takes forever. There's so many cavities to go through and stuff. So we clearly need to, you know, experience the hot rod lifestyle. My neighbor always does that whenever he gets home, every day. Revs his crappy little Acura up. Here we are. Speed limit of 30. I didn't speed. You can get all the way up to 30. As long as you don't go over it, you're good. Everyone's running away from Washington. I don't know why. We should continue to do the same thing we always do. That'll fix it. Neighbor's kids are staring at me. Hey, your dad does it all the time. Don't you know when you take the hood off, you instantly gain like 500 horses? Put a decimal point somewhere in there. Probably before the 5. I decided not to film myself setting the hood down on the car by myself because Murphy really likes this car. And, You know, every time I've ever done anything nice for my little wagon, something crappy usually happens directly after that makes the nice things seem, you know, insignificant. Put a nice new window in, which, you know, like I was saying, are hard to find now for some reason. And just the day before this windshield got replaced, a tree fell on top of the car. So, you know, like I said before, we just try to, you know, ignore Murphy. I shouldn't even be saying it. You know, just acknowledging it is bad enough. That you should clean the underside of the hood while it's off the car, because it'll be easier. And that's where you're wrong. You see, if you leave the dirt, pro tip, you can line everything back up to where the dirt is. You know, you can see where it used to be. And that'll save you a lot of trouble getting the hood where it belongs again. Once you've run completely out of patience, you're going to need all the cheat sheets you can get. See, that don't look too good. The last thing we're going to do is look for a regular hood for this car. And maybe someday we'll have enough money to dump it into the car. It'll probably be worth more than the car. But the most important thing is, don't tell Murphy. Don't tell him. If you tell him, I'll know. Okay? So don't tell him. Leave Murphy out of this. Alright? And then someday, some distant day from now, when the car is halfway decent, we'll put it in the garage and never drive it again. Then we'll buy something we don't care about.